The text lit up my screen while I was stuck in traffic. Rain hitting the windshield like a ticking clock. Each drop marking the seconds of my silence. Don't come for Christmas. You're not successful enough for our image. Sent by my wife's mother, Patricia, dripping with the same venomous pride she'd been feeding us since day one. I didn't respond. Not out of fear. Not because I didn't have words. But because Patricia didn't know. Didn't know the CEO they were begging to partner with for their biggest company contract. The one they'd been chasing for 6 months, hosting gala dinners, burning through favors. Was me. I hadn't told them. I kept my name off the press releases, delegated meetings, signed emails with initials. For once, power was silent. Hidden behind clean suits, luxury pens, and NDAs. But this isn't about the deal. This is about betrayal. See, a few years ago, I married Rachel. Rachel, golden smile, sharp tongue, eyes that glittered when the spotlight hit them. We were opposites. I built quietly. She danced publicly. I fell hard. She chose to look the part. And I guess for a while, I looked good next to her. Until I didn't. Patricia always saw through the polish. Always saw me as a mechanic's son with a temporary shine. And Rachel, caught in the tug-of-war between love and legacy, played both sides. I thought I was the winner, until the night I overheard her on the phone. It was 2 a.m. I had woken up to grab a glass of water. Her voice echoed from her home office. Door barely cracked. I paused. Yes, Mom. I know. He's comfortable now, but you said it. Comfort is in class. Once the deal closes, I'll make my move. No, I'm not dumb enough to file before I know what's mine. I didn't drink the water. I didn't sleep. The next day, she kissed me goodbye with those same smiling lips. Told me to have a great day. I stared at her like a stranger in my kitchen, wondering if there had ever been truth in anything she said. If her laugh during movie nights, her tears when I proposed, her promises in bed, were just rehearsed lines in a long con she was raised to perfect. Still, I said nothing, because silence now had a purpose. They didn't know the man they were trying to impress was the man they wanted to remove from their daughter's life. And so, when Patricia sent that text, final cold, I let it sit. I let Rachel follow it up with a forced apology. She didn't mean it like that, she whispered, curled next to me that night. But I didn't respond, because she did mean it like that. And so did Rachel. Christmas Eve arrived like frostbite. Their company's board gathered at the estate, celebrating the impending contract with GH Holdings. Glasses clinked. Gifts exchanged. Rachel wore red. Patricia wore arrogance. I didn't show, but my team did. At 9 a.m. on Christmas morning, their lead attorney received an email. Subject line: termination of intent. Withdrawal of partnership. No explanation. No second chances. Just my signature at the bottom. G. Hunter. The same name engraved in gold behind the glass doors of the skyscraper they'd visited last week, without ever realizing whose shadow they stood in. Panic set in before brunch. Rachel called me 12 times. No answer. When I finally walked into the estate later that evening, she was crying. Patricia stood frozen, eyes wide as if she'd seen a ghost. But it wasn't a ghost. It was a reality of her mistake. Wrapped in a tailored black coat and $4,000 shoes. You, she whispered. You're G. Hunter? I looked at Rachel. I thought I wasn't successful enough for your image. Her face drained. Please, baby, I mean... Don't lie. I cut in, voice flat. Not tonight. You plan to leave after the ink dried. Problem is, the ink never will. I turned to leave. She followed. You're just going to ruin us over a text? No. I ruined you over deceit. The text just confirmed it. I didn't look back. Weeks passed. Rachel tried damage control. Apologies came in floods, texts, emails. Even her lawyer reached out to discuss matters. I filed for divorce on January 3rd. In court, she tried to cry, to say I abandoned her, humiliated her. But I presented the call recording from that night, the one where she plotted with her mother. Her tears dried fast. The judge didn't need convincing. The prenup she'd once laughed had saved me. She walked away with a suitcase. I walked away with peace. People think revenge is loud, that it's fire and fury. But the most devastating revenge is delivered with silence. I never raised my voice, never made a scene. I just let the truth find its way home, wrapped in consequences. Let them dress it up however they want. In the end, they lost the deal. She lost me. And I finally gained myself back.